Wow, Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. Who doesn't love them? They are known for being extremely good fan-made content. Despite how toxic, cringe, or just plain annoying the FNAF fandom can be, there is no debate when it comes to if they have some of the best fan content. Which, spoiler alert, they absolutely do. I honestly think most of these fan games can be really good alternatives. If mommy doesn't want to buy Five Nights at Freddy Cougars, you can just download the fan game Five Nights at Jason Voorhees. But one of my favorite FNAF fan games I loved and knew about when I was a very young lad, that game being Five Nights at Candy's. So in this video, I will dive into mostly the first game. I'll also dive into my very unpopular opinion of how Five Nights at Candy's 1 is better than 3. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why this game is awesome and Aya is wrong for thinking it's overrated. This is Emil Mako, creator of Five Nights at Candy's, but at this time, he was just the creator of Candy. See, Candy was an OC, a robot cat, which is an animal we never got in FNAF. But he quickly earned some brownie points because, well, just look at him. Kitty. But some asshole named PFP Films stole his OC and out a fan-made version of FNAF 3. Bruh. That game would later be renamed to The Return to Freddy's. I suggest watching the video on screen, which will be linked down below, if you want to know more about The Return to Freddy's. But this did not stop the man from firing back, because as a response, he would drop fire! Like, better than Not Like Us. Okay, maybe not as good as Not Like Us. Not Like Us was pretty good. But anyway. The first game was really good, in my opinion. Now, this was one of the first really good FNAF fan games. This is what FNAF fan games used to look like. I know, looks awful, bland, poopy. I mean, this looks like if Satan was a video game. Five Nights at Candy's was one of the first fan games to look pretty good, actually. Like, even today, the visuals still hold up. I even think it actually looks better than FNAF 2 in some areas. I mean, just look at the moody lighting office compared to FNAF 2. Yes, I know that nowadays, FNAF 2 is very hated, but it's just a thing I want to say to get to the point that this was fucking insane at the time. Also, most FNAF fan games were just FNAF with an already existing IP to it. For example, Five Nights at the Krusty Krabs, but Candy has its own OCs and sometimes very unique characters. Like, is there a monkey in FNAF? No, monkeys are awesome. 0 out of 10 game development, Scott. But yeah, what's the actual game? We play as Mary, who is a night watch at Candy's Burgers and Fries. Can we just say that burgers are way better than pizza? Anyway, the phone guy is voiced pretty well by the developer of the game.
I won't.
This dude, the phone guy, so there is no confusion of the Five Nights at Freddy's one and the Five Nights at Candy's one. So I photoshopped this image and boom! That's the person on the phone. We will call him Tommy. Tommy tells us everything for our first night, including the new night vision. You can say power but not doing night vision because being able to see everything makes your power go down faster. You get the doors from FNAF 1, including a third window door. Instead of lights, there are now glowing eyes that stare at you when they are at the door. Finally, Tommy gives us an explanation as to why the doors open when the power is out.
Maybe it was a security feature, you know, in case the place goes dark. Like, if there was a power outage, you know, you would be stuck here. But the doors open up automatically if that happens.
There you go. Was it that hard, Scott, to think of a lore explanation for that? Anyways, Candy and Cindy go off stage and start trying to kill you. After you survive, we get a camera roll of footage from a factory. We see the puppet, but he looks sad and his tears are blue instead of purple. When we looked away and turned back, he got closer, then leading to a cheesy little jump scare. This is extremely different from most FNAF games, both official and fan-made. Usually they go for 8-bit minigames, but here it's security footage. I honestly find this way creepier than the 8-bit minigames will ever be. Night 2 has a new character named Chester, and he's a silly little guy. Very cute. I like his banjo and green overalls. He's basically Foxy, but he moves at the same pace as my dad at the store. He takes his time. Then, when he does get to your door, he is basically the same, just different style to moving. Yeah, not much. But after you beat this pretty easy night, we get blessed with more spooky. It's static with text reading error 6F4A95. No video input. Camera book. Wait, no. Because it turns on and oh my god! There are metal parts covered in blood. Can we turn off the camera? I regret this. But soon my wishes become true, and now it is on to night 3. We get Blank, where we get now a character you can't just spend the night looking at doors and looking at cameras. Because this dude's eyes do not light up. Now this guy is more like Foxy. His name is Blank. Tommy says the idea of him was for a robot to be, well, blank. This is so with the special type of metal kids can color on him. It's like what Tommy says, a brilliant idea. There has to be some inspiration behind this. No way this dude had this good of an idea. Also, I need to spell the word color with a U or else King Charles is going to disown me. Blank, when he moves out of his room, go to the window camera and f***ing busts through the glass and kills your ass. Oh, that rhymes well. We also get a penguin called Penguin. Yes, that's his name. His thing is that he is short, so on cameras and in the office, you need to see his short body and close the door, or else he gets in. If you fail at this, the little devil controls your doors without your control. But if you do beat night 3, yes, hell yeah, camera footage. This footage shows, ew, the bloody metal from before, but now there is police tape. Something really gruesome happened here. Oh, it's the puppet's sad sibling again, and his head is twitching like crazy. As soon as you think we're gonna get another jump scare, we don't. Night 4. Here we go. Night 4, we have a new threat to our workspace, named Old Candy. Basically, he is like Candy, but he has the blank idea of not having his eyes light up, even at doors. So you need to look at the cameras with night vision to see him. This night will surely test your skills, and is a challenge for anyone. But then it ends, and we get the cutscene. We see the sad puppet again, but with Candy and Sydney. He is pointing to them. If you're wondering how I know it's a he, guess you're gonna have to find out by watching the video. But when we pan to Candy and Sydney, the puppet is gone, and now they are looking at us. Then it cut now onto night 5. We did everything, and now let's kick some ass. Our last camera shows old Candy and Blank before they got seriously broken. Then that puppet-like character comes and flashes text that reads, "A mistake. My mistake. A problem. Your problem." But after we kick ass and get our money and dip. But like every FNAF game ever, there is 6th night. Night 6 is just Night 5 but harder, except we have the rats. This is the main villain of Five Nights at Candy's. I love this bastard. First, he is very creepy. Second, I love rats. Warning if you're scared of rats, because I'm going to show a bunch of cute pictures of them. Oh, look at this guy. He's so cute, what? Bet him! Anyways, after we beat him, we get to the final camera footage. It shows Blank and old Candy, but with the rat now. He looks at us and stands up. Then he jump scares us. Now if Five Nights at Candy's 1 is over, I gotta say, this is my favorite FNAF fan game. I love its atmosphere, and I have to admit that even if you think this game is overrated, it helps with the FNAF fan games to earn the respect they have now. But at the end of the day, at least it's not FNAF in real time. In 2016, there's a new Five Nights at Candy's game. Yay! But it's terrible. No. I'm not gonna be around the bush here. Candy's 2 is painfully mid. People after years now know how ass this game is. We got some FNAF free BS where we use audio to lure the characters. I've always found this idea to be really good.
Is he attracted to little boys yelling?
If FNAF free is easy, as many people say, then Candy's 2 is baby's first horror game. It's easy to the point it's just kind of painful to get to. You actually can play the whole game going through the cameras first, and never exiting the rest of the night. Editor's note here, so basically I'm pretty sure this was patched. I'm pretty sure, because this didn't work for me when I played the game recently, but basically, you know, if you use one of the phones here, then Candy would go to here, like boop, right there. But it's if Candy's here and you put the phone here, calling that, guess what Candy would do? He would literally go and walk through the mountains, go through the sea, and go everywhere till that spot. And I'm pretty sure this was patched, but yeah, the game used to be way easier. More easy than it already was. And I'll let Phil Morg summarize some of the more easy parts of the game too.
She was like a legit toddler, I think, because of the drawing.
Hold on a second.
Wait.
I think I found a way to make this game even more boring.
What have you discovered?
Okay, let me knock on the cameras. Okay, he's on the left, so 1. Okay, I don't even have to look at Chester. I can just guess which of the phones he is in, and then just play that phone, and it's fine.
Also got bland mini games, you see. I gave praise to the first game because it tries something new out of the cutscenes in the games. But here it's kind of just every FNAF minigame ever. But Candy's Free is very different when it comes to minigames, but we'll get back to that later. Now, every character is withered like some of the characters in FNAF 2. But they are just kind of basic compared to the official withers from the official games. Only 2 stand out to me, Chester and the Penguin. The Penguin has these dark eyes, while Chester has his eyes and area of that face removed, kind of like Wither Bonnie. But other than that, the characters are kind of forgettable. When it comes to Wither, they actually are. One character that stands out is the cat. He is the buddy of the rat. boom, we got the duo. But the cat is only remembered in this game because this is where he first appeared. Other than that, this is a pretty boring introduction for a character like him. With Candy's one, I'd honestly give it like a solid 8 out of 10. But Candy's 2 is like a 4 out of 10. But what came after this was way better.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
The third game was pretty good. It follows Mary, beginning with a long minigame. The difference being that these actually go longer and are actually interesting. The bedroom is a lot like FNAF 4, nightmare-fueled versions of the characters coming to life. But it isn't Candy in the game, it's the rat and cat. Mary from the first game needs to remember what happened on that day. Most of the minigames have the rat and cat feeder, with the workers playing hide and seek with her. But on night 5, lots of kids are now participating in the game. Every hiding spot is taken, except the backstage. The puppeteer yells at the rat for showing up to work drunk. They wrestle a bit, and he knocks the rat over to a table where he bangs his head too hard, and he dies. The cat comes and tells him that it was a mistake, that's all. But the puppeteer didn't want his acting career at risk, so he strangled the cat to death, not knowing that there was a little girl in that locker who saw the whole thing. After that, we fought him. He is known as Monster Vinny. He is a very hard boss because the whole idea of the game is that you shining the light in their face for them to go away. But Vinny goes crazy and it's hard. But once he is done, we remember everything and Mary can get over her trauma. What a good ending to a game. Candy's 3 is really good, don't get me wrong. I rate it like a 8 out of 10. But unpopular opinion, if I had to pick Candy's 1 or 3, I'd pick 1. Some say this game is better than FNAF 4. I can agree in some aspects, but everything? I just can't. The gameplay of FNAF 4, the jump scares, the overall horror is just better than Candy's 3. But if you completely disagree with me, I can see why. Candy's 4 has been officially stated and is a part of the Fazbear Fan Initiative. If you don't know what that is, watch this video by King Carter, link down below, explains a lot. But like Pop Goes Evergreen, there is close to nothing news about it. There is also FNAC Fur, which is a silly little platform game that is still in the demo phase. There's also an official plushie made by Funko, but that's it really. Bunch of Candies was kind of a warm spot of the older days when I was younger. I love this game series and I love its characters. ML Mako has not been into too much drama. In fact, there is a joke in the fandom that Jonah groomed some children. King Carter was a bit racist. Nixon was being transphobic, and I think Phil was making fun of autistic people or something. But Emil Mako wasn't really into drama. Maybe the Tyler thing I mentioned in chapter 1, but that was a Tyler drama, not really an Emil Mako drama. So the joke in the fandom is that he killed someone. But yeah, I don't have the balls to interview him. No. But maybe in the future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sometimes I bitch about things I dislike. So I think it's important to also have videos on your channel that praise something you like. This is one of them. Hope you have a fast good day. Bye bye.